I'm Kat, and this is my final interaction design project, What's Your Procrastination Type? An extension of my senior thesis project. For my thesis project, I designed a guidebook based on the 6 different types of procrastination styles. It's for students to read through and find their procrastination type themselves. My goal is to help students understand their work styles to better their habits, but not everybody wants to read through a book to get there. That's where this project comes in. I've decided to design an interactive magnetic activity for students to find their procrastination type. For most people, having something visual to learn from is a lot easier to understand, even more so with a hands-on learning activity. So I've created a game-like structure for students. In the beginning of this project, when I started planning, I looked through my thesis proposal to get some keywords and adjectives that were most used to describe the procrastination causes, along with other keywords and phrases that I ended up using in my final thesis book. Since I had already done most of the research on this topic before, I started to research different ways to make this type of thing interactive, and I also talked to my professor, and we decided to do a magnet-styled project. I then made a little map of how I wanted my activity to pan out. This helped me put together an instruction sheet as you see here. I wanted to design magnets that consisted of words that related to each procrastination type, along with adjectives that finished the statement, I procrastinate when I am. I printed out each word, statement, character of each type, and the name of each type, and then I started cutting them out and pasting them onto these magnet strips that I bought. Then I cut each one into their very own magnet. Once I was able to make all of my magnets, I designed info cards for each type for when the students finish the activity. They'll have tips to overcome their own procrastination habits, a little more information on their work style, and a QR code to a quiz that I created to gain a little more insight on their type if needed. I even got to display these info cards on my table that was at my thesis show. It was pretty cool to see everybody take them and look through them. Once I had all of my content printed out and ready for use, I put the activity to the test with some of my classmates and friends. Here's a little run-through. The student will come to the table and pick up an instruction sheet to understand how to use the activity. On the table, there are groups of different color-coded magnets. The student will pick up the words that resonated the most with them that work towards their procrastination habit. There are also black worded magnets, and they all finish the statement of, I procrastinate when I am. The student will choose the word that fits best when finishing that statement. They'll then take all the magnets that they picked out and walk to the metal doors and start placing the words under each of their matching character sections. Also, they'll start finishing their statements to recognize the type of headspace that they're in when they procrastinate the most. Once all of the colorful magnets are placed, the student will be able to recognize their procrastination type by seeing which type has the most words underneath. It can be normal to have more than just one type. The student will then walk back to the table to pick up an info sheet of their own procrastination type and learn more about their habit and what they can do to overcome it. I was able to have a handful of my classmates or friends try out this activity. I got lots of positive feedback on it. This activity helped everyone learn a little more about themselves and their work styles. Most people even scanned the QR code on their info sheets and took the quiz. Their quiz results matched their magnet results, and they got a little more information too. Something I would change about this project is simply adding more magnets so that more than one person can do this activity at a time. If I was able to keep buying the magnet strips, this could have easily been achieved. Overall, this project was really fun to work on, and it was pretty rewarding to see each person interact with it and learn something new about themselves. Each person walked away satisfied with the activity and the helpful info cards. Thank you to everyone who participated, and thank you for watching my journey with this fun activity.